Well, we have a game here. It's gonna be a review of a game between Kumar and fanic66. Kumar is playing my opening. That's astonishing. And okay, I admit I don't know my own opening so well up until this point, but all in all looks pretty okay now. You just gotta see what you're gonna do about this. He doesn't have to worry about it. So already a very clear advantageous position. This is a weakness, that's a weakness. This is a bit of a soft square. Queen sliding on here is going to be manic in these kind of positions. Therefore, very early on, you can already think about your knight shuffle here, pawn push up there, queen in here, rook back here, or even rook here. There's all sorts of possibilities. Even this doubled pawn could be a better target than the queen dynamic since it takes so many moves to get there. But with this here, knight back, and it's pretty solid. So anyway, let's see what he does. He does a simple development play. Simple development play. I understand. I understand. It's a decent enough move. It's a decent enough move. Yeah, I don't know what was best there, but it's decent. So knight comes in. Pawn here. This is not in the spirit of things. It's clear he doesn't know exactly what his middle game plan should be. So it's just sort of maybe trying something like that. Could it be? The key was to focus on these weak squares and try to get your queen in here. Remember this motif, this kind of pattern. Look how difficult it is to defend both. The queen has to come into an awkward square. So yes, you might get to boss this knight around, but he's pretty okay. He's happy to go here. He's happy to go here. There's a lot of room for him. Of course, queenside castling is less appetizing now that you've opened this gate, but kingside castling is still possible anyway. He went queenside. He's like, you know what, pawn storm or not, I don't care. I can handle this shit. So Kumar is tickling him. And the pawns are rolling wonderfully. So the queenside castling has totally worked in your favor here. Totally worked in your favor. And now it's a question of how to convert from here. How do you leverage this? And right away we have a crack in the wall. This is a desperate move. I mean, that's the only way we can call it. It's just a desperate move with some tactical ideas. Very interesting tactical ideas, actually. I don't know what to make of any of this, honestly. Maybe you do have to give up the pawn back. I don't know. What does Kumar do? He tucks back the knight. Pressure starting to build now. White can create a bit of pressure here if you allow him to run riot for way too long. But this is a nice little knight jump in move, taking advantage of the motifs which are at play. And he doesn't go for simplification, he goes for more complexity. So both players are really flexing their competitive edge. Their ability to calculate is being flexed on both sides. And fortunately for Black, I think that works in his advantage because he had the better position in any case. So simplification probably would have helped White. Anyhow, now we see without any real follow-up plan, White's pieces, they look nice, they look threatening, but there's nothing there. It's just an empty shell. And okay, there's clearly something went wrong here. Computer really loves it for Black at this moment, and maybe it's just a knight capture being the best move. Knight capture followed up with the pawn kick. That's a better way to play it. Don't let him take here and you take back and you play this cute game. No! No, no, no! You gotta take that bishop, double his pawns, then crack it open, crack that open. You know, what's he gonna do? He's gotta take back. So if he takes back, then you come in with the rook. And now you start threatening back rank. So you start sliding over, but then you slide over here, threatening back rank again. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. And what if he takes with the other pawn instead? Here. Well, then his king's more vulnerable. Queen can come in here. Still the same idea can still apply anyway. So I'm not a fan of this clean game style. You have to play it dirty when the time's right. And look at this. Now his knight came in with the fork. Because so the game has swung like a pendulum from left to right. The game is swinging. But there's a lot of chess left to be played here. And knight capture, I don't know if that's optimal. What else could you really do though? I would honestly consider just queen there, allow knight capture, capture back with the pawn, and then try to do something. But it's not clear. So I understand this move. It's fine. This is all good. This is good. I like that you get the opportunity to play this. I think you're fortunate because ordinarily I believe this capture would make a lot more sense. Open the line on the queen on the knight, and the pawns are all sort of capable of potentially defending each other. Get a nice long pawn chain. Here he has the isolated pawn weakness persisting. Now white got that's one move too many. Too aggressive, way too aggressive, and I could just sense it. I didn't even have to look at the eval bar changing. You know that you're flirting with danger when you play moves like this. You can just sense it. So what's the move for black? Uh I don't know. Either knight here or knight here sounds like the most logical continuation. Knight here has a secondary threat of the another fork. Uh, yeah, actually, knight here seems to be the boss move because queen's confined to defending this. Let's see, didn't take the perfect angle, or did he? Computer still likes it, so it must be good enough. Oh yeah, you got the pawn forked. So excellent play. Actually, this was maybe cleaner. This was maybe cleaner, Kumar. Well done. So, and that's it. A tactical blunder and well-seized opportunity and resignation. Let's just verify with the computer, with the AI. Let's look at AI's help to evaluate the situation and flip the board. Flip the board, otherwise I'm confused. Uh, maybe right around here. Right around here. So queen went off the edge. And now white really ought to come in with his other knight and start making all kind of muckery here. But he's played a defensive move to guard the bishop. Naturally, he didn't see that this would also do it. And right around here, what's the winning move here? Okay, it seems like bishop takes or knight takes are both pretty good. Bishop takes even slightly better. So let's say, play the role. Bishop takes, a takes, a4, queen h4, manic counterattack, knight f5, queen f4, queen b5, knight. Okay. So you get the setup like this. Not something immediate, but a lot of long-term pressure on the white king. Nothing immediate though. Even though the eval is very much in the favor, there's nothing immediate. This move, on the other hand, allows this setup to unfold, and it is in this position that Knight takes is perhaps better here, and it's the right move, in fact. Right move played. And I was thinking that you should take with the pawn, but even rook takes is pretty strong. So okay, okay. But now let's get to this one. This is a nice move. Queen b7 is a nice move, defending and attacking at the same time, a multi-purpose move. This is getting too cute for your own good. And correct tactical execution, knight g6. Knight f5 wouldn't have done the same thing. Knight f5 would have failed. Knight f5 would have failed. It wasn't clear. I mean, I knew the motif was there, but it wasn't clear. So, I mean, I'm sure there's something to still do here. Something tricky that can still be done. Okay, knight g3 is still in play. Believe it or not, you can still do it because queen capture and the rook is for the taking. So it's still there, but the maneuver suggested instead was cleaner. So let's just appreciate that. Good tactical execution. That's about it. Let's see about this position here. Like right here, what should you do next? This is the key moment. Instead, you played like bishop e6. I'm not such a big fan of that one. Rook e8 is pretty natural. It forces knight c3. And then you have knight e5, castles, c6, bishop e2, b5, all sorts of stuff like this. Like you see the board on the right side. Oh no, you don't because of my camera. But it ends up looking something like this. It's an interesting line. Queen is in the air, but it's not quite played. All right. What about here? Here you played a6, which was again a bit of a non-move, really. What else could you have done? A lot of subtle options are better, like rook e8 and h6, preventing this knight here. Queen e7, putting more pressure there. It's tricky. It's tricky, but this is decent. b5 is decent follow-up. I don't think he should have castled queenside. He should have castled kingside here. But queenside castling gave you some edge here. Gave you some edge. And yeah, it was a good game. This was unnecessary, but yeah. All right.